Welcome. My name is Astrid Spencer.
Welcome. My name is Daniela Roussel. We are the creators of For the Love of the Arts Productions.
Peter Speaks and Sings Live is over 50 different women.
Dame Edna, hello, possums! And Katharine Hepburn will be there. It has affected us profoundly. It has hit us right where we live, in the pocketbook.
People always get shocked when they hear a 75-seat venue, how much it costs. So we have no problem in sharing this with you as other artists and other people who support the arts. But for many years, Peter, in fact, has had a 20-year relationship with the theater that we're currently in.
That's right.
But for the last 3 years, we've held a lease permanently on a theater, 75 seats. It's a one-floor walk-up, and we pay $17,000 a month.
I would say we're a pop and pop business. We don't have anybody producing us. It's not like and I feel bad for the Broadway shows, but they have backers. We're our own backers.
The theater is unbelievably expensive to produce here in New York.
What people don't understand is that performance companies, we rely on our box office, just like everybody else has said. We need our box office revenue to be able to get our budgets to balance. So it's been very stressful.
Mentally, it also does something to you. It's financially, mentally, physically. It's gotten us from every angle.
Yeah, people are really hurting as far as just keeping a roof over their head, and that's been really heartbreaking to see. It's hard.
That's what we're trying to wrap our heads around, is how do we come back financially in order to be able to produce our shows here in the city.
But artists need stages.
Yeah, any kind of theater. We're human vampires. We feed off of human energy. And so we're very undernourished because we had to switch out to these virtual shows, which is a pain in the butt trying to get people to train them to come and see these virtual shows. Plus, where's the money coming for advertising? So that's difficult. And you walk into a theater to film your show and you're staring out at empty seats.
It's been a steep and interesting learning curve.
It is harder without an audience. I miss it.
Artists need to have audiences to validate what we are doing. Otherwise, we don't know if it's even worth it. Like, we need validation to do our work. And man alive, that is hard right now. Mm-hmm. So having this platform is really important so that we're able to be with other artists and say, yes, we need to stick together. So I thank you.
At the center of this, certainly to your point, the opportunity for new people perhaps, to learn that we exist. I think that's amazing. But I also think that there's an opportunity in the collective.
In the old days, I think people used to buy each other's paintings. Back in the 60s and 70s, artists would buy each other's paintings just to support each other.
Other people who may be going through a similar experience, to perhaps share lessons learned and other, maybe even just be an ear for another performer.
Once we all return to the building, there's things we need more of. We need better equipment for running Zoom classes and microphones, things like that. And we're going to have more expenses now in the way of filming and editing, because who knows when we can actually have a live audience again, which is also, sad, but we have to do the best we can.
You do have to work a little bit harder, because you're not, as Deborah said, you're not getting that validation.
It's also that word that I use, like validation. Mm-hmm. We need validation, and we get that validation from our audiences and the people that we are with. And that is really important to us. And if we don't have that, then we need to really search for other ways, like these other platforms, to do that.
This is why we wanted to do this, so that we can actually provide that energy, that interaction with the audience to as much of a degree as we can.
Save Our Stages Act, which was recently passed, that's terrific. But it does just that. It saves our stages. It does not save performers or save productions.
I wanted very much to be part of this event, this very first event with you two, because the arts need to be recognized and they need to be supported, no matter whether it is online. We need to have the support of our communities, and people need to want to come and see us.
There is a need for us to consume arts. It feeds our soul.
I gotta say, I love what I'm seeing so far, and I think this production is something brilliant, something that is only gonna build and build and continue to go on.
In the light of day, let the sun shine on.
The focus was the kids and how do we make this the best experience? Because you're going to theater school, you're expecting to put on a big performance. Guess what? You can't do that big performance, right? Disappointment and helping them manage through that and giving them the best tools we can. I think that's all any of the schools can do right now, right? Because we don't want to lose these arts programs. They really are integral.
Our young people have to be nurtured right now because they are the future of our arts world. When we are long gone, they're going to be speaking about it and they're going to be our artists.
It's a pretty powerful experience. They train in singing, dancing, acting, film and television, voiceover. They do it all. They get a really well-rounded education.
Arts education is so important, and it's imperative to keep the arts going, to keep it thriving and renewing generation after generation.
They were still getting a really great experience in a really difficult time.
When you're forced to lock down, you start to think about other things, and you start to think about what is really, really important to you.
There's been a gift of time and a gift of space and a gift of we don't have to feel so the rat race anymore. Like everything's chilled out a bit more, and it gives us that creative space.
I look at this time as like, okay, I'm not really performing much. I'm not really on tour like I wanted to be. I'm not necessarily going to studios every single week.
Yeah.
Or mingling or co-writing with people or doing these things that would naturally be part of my lifestyle like they were at school or before school. But this opportunity allowed me to really focus on my content. If tomorrow I died, would I see my life before my eyes?
I'm really a roots musician, but I love the blues most of all. I also play a lot of Appalachian music, but I really do play all kinds of music, but the blues is my heart. I'm a bit of an anomaly these days because there aren't a lot of blues fiddle players. There are a few dear friends of mine who play, but it's really I just love the instrument, and I don't know, you just love what you love.
Particularly someone like Judy, you don't want to do it, you want to be it. You don't want it to just be, it has to come from the inside. Mickey Rooney, who for all intents and purposes was Judy's brother, they were like family. And he said in a room full of 150 people, this is so much more than an invitation, Peter, you're an artist.
The arts need to be recognized and they need to be supported.
I was watching an interview with Isabella Rossellini, and she says, the artist must be paid. Your art is worth something. Everyone is struggling. We're all struggling, but you can't, I find that's become a problem all the way around, that people just think, oh, you can put on a show for us for free, and it doesn't work that way.
We need to keep this going, and we need not to forget how important artists are in the world.
I just first want to say how much I have absolutely enjoyed this evening. It has been such a pleasure to see and hear all of you and see the performances. Wow, what a great way to spend Saturday evening. So thank you for being here and doing this event.
Thank you so much for doing this for us. We really appreciate it.
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for this.
Yes.
I really thank both of you for giving us a chance with our young dancers so that they have a voice in this world of the arts.
Thanks, Astrid and Daniela, for inviting us. We're so lucky to be here.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for, I know this is so much work. This is the first one. I feel honored to be a part of the inaugural monthly experience. And this is just, it's really great that you're doing this. And it's going to, I know it's going to grow and grow. And I know it is a lot of work. So thank you for honoring me by allowing me to come and be part of this today.
I'm proud to be part of the first featured artist on the rise. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniela. Thank you, Astrid.
Thank you both.
Ask me back again.